What are records? What are they? Are they distractions to take us from the attention and love of the Most High? Is that what they are? Records. They spin at certain speeds. Their covers convey messages. They sound beautiful and bassy. They burn you like hot drinks unexpectedly. I remember Deep Purple burning me when I was 9. They come in all shapes and sizes. Their artwork challenge. The artworks challenge convention. They confound. They encourage. They make you cry. They make you cry. They initially disappoint, but then they make you jubilant, and they remind you of when you were 18, and they convey messages, dark messages. They tug at the heartstrings. They make you reflect in loneliness. And they make the radio a wavelength. They challenge you to reassess prejudices and media stereotypical portrayals. And they remind you not to judge by looking at the cover. And they remind you how old we all get. They will scare you with symbolism. And yet they encourage you to rest in peace, clarity, and truth. Again, they challenge stereotypical imagery and remind you not to judge accordingly. Again, they make it inconvenient in this age of streaming to play the records effortlessly. It takes effort to play a record and to keep a record safe and sound. They mystify you and confuse you and make you wonder why didn't we take everything in at the time? And they ask you to delve deeper and to reassess 40 years on, they make you realize that you didn't listen enough to actual albums when you were a child or a teenager, but just the singles. And when we did listen to the albums, we realized what talent was. Indeed, how multi-directional, and the Welsh word is amryddawn, how varied and broad the talents were. It also reminded you, albums also reminded you how good the singles were, but not necessarily all the songs on the album were as memorable or inspiring. They also remind you how prejudiced we were against certain genres. Again, the covers of the albums full of symbology, symbolism, hands and bowler hats. And then, of course, the meeting of cultures and historical evidence conveying truth from the hand of a hymn writer. In Welsh, pan oedd yn fachgen, Nadolig yn wlad pregeth 90 mlwydd oed, rhoi my'r hedd na wyr y byd amdano. Give me the peace that the world does not know of. It also reminds you not to buy albums based on one successful R&B romantic single. Sugar Candy Kisses, the single said. Well, this cost me a full £4. We haven't heard side 2, so we'll reserve judgment until we hear side 2. It reminds you as well of how beautiful B-sides can be. What a marvellous B-side I Like the Way is. Much better than the ridiculousness of the album tracks on No Jacket Required. Keith Green sang of his faith. It's my story, it's your story, it's anyone who's ever left the loving hands of the Creator to travel this worldly road alone. Then, when they start eating corn husks, they realize that there is a Father somewhere that they can faintly remember. And when they finally return home expecting to come a door sweep for him, he gives them the royal treatment instead. That's the story of the prodigal son. And hopefully we can all relate to that. What a marvellous singer-songwriter this chap was, or still is. I have 2 of his singles. I bought the album for £1 about 3 months ago. Haven't heard it all. If you want to hear it, ask me to play it. It's Brian Kennedy. Oh, How You Captured My Heart. Produced by Tim Freeze-Green of Talk Talk, who also produced Thomas Dolby, or helped Thomas Dolby on his first album. The guy who ran his recording studio helped me record several albums. He played as a session musician for Incredible String Band. This is side 1 and 2 of You, a double album by them from the 1960s. It has no cover, but I still managed to drag it here. So, Lawson Dando, I need to go and see you. I'm scared, actually, of seeing Lawson Dando. I want him to be well. Hopefully you're well, Lawson. Someone else who scared me as a teenager was Mark Almond. This is Mark Almond's Face to Face, Cara a Cara, with so many songs on it, it's too many to mention. It's a bit dark, so I won't progress or proceed. There he is. 1985. Great when it came out. Suffered from overkill afterwards. What a marvellous song this is. It brings you to tears. I think it's going to work out fine. Little Sister. Camel by In Comparison. What can you do? Progress and then slide into pop. Or maybe not. We need to evaluate this again. The Ink Spots sing Whispering Grass. A fine song. Never judge an album by its cover or by who's singing. 12-inch single. Loved it when it came out. Don't like it anymore. Pretenders, Him to Her. Saw this band live in 2014. Haven't listened to the album after buying it. What's wrong with me? Keys. They were great live in Club Ivorbach in 2014. I need to hear the album. I have another copy of The Flat Earth. That's when you buy an album, not once, not twice, but 3 times, you know it's made an impact on you. I'm willing to give these away to anybody who wants them. Marvellous stuff. And lastly, the laziest girl in town is Mary Coughlan. This is a brilliant album, and there's another one as well, which is very good. I have it on cassette and possibly vinyl by now. So I'm glad you've watched this video. I'm glad I've had the opportunity to talk about these albums. If you want to hear any one of them, please leave a message. I'm sorry I'm robotic, but I'm trying not to disturb people. My name is The Bobs. I had a radio show 1989 till 1992 in Welsh. It was linked with a TV show where we played the best of early Cool Cymru. So, if you want to learn Welsh, please check out the channel. I want you to subscribe and learn about Welsh music and the music that's in this study. And we can also discuss the meaning of life. Thank you for listening. I shall see you soon. Goodbye. Bobby, med vores fald for en værst vindva, at det både var That's not Welsh. If it's Russian, please let me know.